questions about random topics. First, let's start with in football, especially like the English Premier League and maybe other leagues, there are when managers criticize referees, they get in trouble, right? In MMA, your look says it all. We've had a history of Dana White destroying people like Steve Mazzagatti, who is nowhere to be seen anymore. We've seen more recently fighters. Colby Covington kind of went off on you online. What do you? I mean, do you see? Would you rather have that football mentality of do not, antagonize or criticize referees, or are you fine with that? And you're like, okay, this MMA is a fighting game. Bring it on. Just whatever.
Yes, both. I mean, it's kind of there's so many directions my brain is going in. I spoke before about my upbringing in martial arts and coming from a traditional martial art before I got into MMA, having the discipline and all the the integrity and the ethics that go with a martial art. MMA is, look, let's make no bones about it. It's a brutal sport. It's a fight. It's a legalized fight, and whilst from a referee's perspective, this is where and I've fell foul of it before, because people will talk about, referees. Some people are of the belief that referees should be seen and not heard. Other fans and people of the sport say, referees are, you never explain yourself. I've tried to explain myself before. I've got in trouble. I've lost work. People accuse you of you want to be famous or you want the camera, and what is it? We're human beings. If you want a referee to be accessible, nobody don't ever have to tell me about upholding the integrity of this sport, because that's what I've done since if I'm going to speak publicly about the sport or about a particular situation, then you best believe I'm going to do it with integrity and professionalism and honour, and I've proved that time and time again. Like you just touched on there, and I did speak about that before, obviously the Colby Covington fight, in football, you do that to a referee publicly.
You get fined a good amount.
You're in serious danger. You're in trouble,
Jose Mourinho is one example of a guy that paid a lot of fines for...
for speaking about it. But when I said he was being suggestive about referees, people come out to us and downright abusers, but look, it is what it is. I'm a big, ugly boy. I can take it. But by the same token, yes, I do think something is missing in that respect, because look, I'm the most vocal. Like I said, I believe I'm the most vocal and accessible referee. I've hung myself out publicly before. I didn't have to, and if you can't admit to yourself that you're looking to evolve and looking to change and look at things differently, you're in a bad spot, But like I said, I've spoke out before publicly and professionally, and I've got in trouble for it, or I've been criticised. Then I've tried to speak out before about giving accessibility for explanation, and then people say that, you should shut up and you should not be, what do you want? What do you want us to do? Do you want us to explain ourselves? Do you want us to give an explanation? Or, like I said, I think it comes down to the fact that you can't please everyone, and I'm not going to change the way I am. If I think I can offer something, if I can offer some validity and offer some explanation and education as to why we do things, or in particular, I don't really want to talk about other referees. This is the thing. If I speak, I will speak publicly about something that was to do with me. People will ask me all the time about other refs, and you'll never point to on record where I've spoke publicly about it, because that's just not what you do, Yeah, we could give an opinion here, there, but like I said, kind of what I said before, as a referee, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, and you really can't win. and I'm just, it is what it is, and I'll try and be accessible. I'll try and offer explanation where I can. Sometimes I'm limited. Sometimes it's not the thing that certain people want us to do. And I hope that makes sense.
There is a reward slash punishment criteria for fighters. If they win, they get rewarded. If they lose, they get released, for instance, or whatever. Do you believe a reward slash punishment criteria should apply to referees as well? If they mess up, they should be maybe banned for a few events or something, like some type of criteria that rewards and punishes referees. Because a lot of people say not a lot of referees who make mistakes get punished. Like fighters do if they make mistakes. Like Paul Daly when he committed that Josh Koscheck, when he hit him.
I mean, that's two extremes, obviously. That's two. But obviously, look, this is the thing. The consequences of being a referee, the magnitude is phenomenal. Like you said, I'm dealing with a fighter's career, this, that, and the other, and you're dealing with livelihoods, championships, etc. At the highest level. Like you're saying, without dissecting it too much, as a referee, getting into the complexities of why you make certain decisions at the time. It's so intricate, and at the same time it's so personal too. Like I said, I'm only going to speak for myself. I've publicly gone out there before and tried to offer a reason and explanation as to why most of the time it's well received, but some of the time it's ill received, and like I said, it's you can't please everybody, you just can't.